試合ばかりでございました。
そうですね。
しかし早いもので残すところあと1回転、2試合のみとなりました。テーブルも2台だけとすっきりとしたんですけれども、皆様何か変化にお気づきでしょうか？
先ほどとはちょっと台の感じが変わっているかなと思いますけれども、
実はこのテーブル、これまでと違いまして LED ライトが入っております。こういうふわーっと下に明かりが灯っていまして、まるで空間に浮かび上がるかのようなテーブルとなっていますけれども、これも国際大会のテレビマッチなんかではよく使われるテーブルということで、テーブルの方も世界レベル、当然プレーの方も世界レベルということで、存分にお楽しみいただきたいと思っています。それでは男女の決勝戦を始めさせていただきたいと思います。ファイナルに勝ち上がってきた男女それぞれ2名ずつ選手をご紹介させてください。
女子決勝2番テーブル JPBA 青木千恵、
大きな拍手でお迎えください。
2番テーブル JPBA 梶谷明美、男子決勝3番テーブルフィリピンデニス・オルコロ、3番テーブル JPBA 飯間智也、
では決勝戦前、4名の選手のお気持ちを少しずつ伺っていきたいと思います。まずは青木プロ、決勝進出おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
この決勝戦どころか、このニューピアに来るのも初ということで、かなりプレッシャーというか緊張感もあると思いますが、今のお気持ちはいかがですか？
はい、今日初めてのニューピア来れて、それだけで嬉しかったんですけども、まさかファイナル来ると思ってなくて、で、梶谷プロは私の初めてのファイナル、初めてのファイナルのお相手でもあり、初優勝の相手でもあり、一生懸命向かって頑張っていきたいと思います。
はい、青木プロに大きな声援の拍手をお願いします。では続きまして梶谷プロです。6回目の優勝を目指すということになりますよね。
そうですね。
もう慣れたものだとは思いますけれども、11年ぶりになるんですか、今回優勝すれば。
そうですね、11年ぶりになると思われます。12年ですか。
では今の意気込みをお願いします。
意気込み言われるとちょっと難しいですけど、まあここまで来れたらね、頑張って頑張りたいなと。
いい試合期待してます。梶谷プロです。では続きましてロボコップことオルコロ選手です。通訳ミノさんにお願いしたいと思いますけれども、じゃあ今の調子をお願いします。
Very good. I would like to say thank you to all the fans out there. Thank you for your support. So, well, my game so far is good and so much lucky among me. So, I'm very happy to be in the final day.
今日すごい調子も良くて、ここに来てくださっている皆さんにサポートしていただいて非常に感謝してます。このところとてもいい感じなので頑張りたいと思いますということです。
はい、オルコロ選手です。そして最後は2連覇を目指すIIMAプロです。2年連続決勝、素晴らしいですね。
ありがとうございます。去年も言いましたけど、ダイヤモンドテーブルやっぱりつきやすいので、自分のプレーを信じて、それにテーブルがしっかりそんな感覚でついてます。
あとたくさんの応援が後押ししてくれるんじゃないですか。
そうですね、ありがたいことに大阪からも最後まで、3人というの、最終日ということにかかわらずサポートいただいている大阪のファンの方、そして全国の皆さん、本当に
対梶谷明美、3番テーブルレミソオルコロ対飯間智也。
選手の皆さんには2分間練習を行っていただきます。それぞれ終わりましたらランニングをして各選手は幕を立ててお待ちいただくことになります。では2分間練習の用意をお願いします。立ち見のお客様はどうぞステージ側の方からもご覧いただけますので、ステージに向かって右側からお進みください。ぜひ近くで応援する選手、声援、そして拍手お願いしたいと思っています。
ここで今大会の競技ルールをご案内いたします。男子ペンボール、8ラック先取り、照射ブレイク、ランダムセルフラック、ボールショット、タイムルール40秒です。女子9ボール、7ラック先取り、照射ブレイク、ワンオンフット、ランダムセルフラック、スリーポイントルール、タイムルール40秒です。
Okay, I think they've already got our audio going, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Okay. Who do we have here? Dennis Orcollo versus last year's champion, IIMA Tomoya. I think there's one more sponsor that's actually not listed here because I was looking on the board out there in Adams, Japan.
Adam Japan is a sponsor. As is Mets Cues.
Oh, Mets Cues, Adams Japan. Billiard Cues.
New Art, who
New Art we've already
contracted for
mentioned, yes.
the diamond tables.
Yep, and they also asked us to do the commentary. Shout out to New Art. CBNT, I don't know what that is.
Billiardo Cues.
Billiard
Cues Magazine.
Cues Magazine, yep.
CBNT is Cues Billiard Net TV. Toto.
Yep.
All
I've
Sports of
actually
Japan
played
and
with
the
it, yeah.
JPBA.
Yep, 2 cue makers. Mets Cues, I've actually played with a few Mets Cues. They're actually pretty nice. They had this hybrid joint that was pretty cool. Adam Japan, one of my first cues actually was an Adam that I bought in Texas. Of all
I
places.
believe it.
New Art we've mentioned, Aramith Balls, Nishote, and of course the JPBA. I don't know if you'd call them a sponsor rather, or the actual.
The presenter of the event.
Yeah.
And they're just doing the announcements right now and introducing players.
I don't think they've even gotten as far as introducing the players, have they?
No,
I've not heard.
They didn't.
Oh,
They did announcements.
okay. See, look, from this angle, the blue looks really dark. A while ago,
On the
overhead
10,
lighting,
on the 10 ball and the
yeah,
2.
the 10 and the 2, because the 10 and the 2 is the same blue.
And you can
Earlier-
tell that that green is a little lighter than the traditional
Yeah,
green.
I think if they lighten up the blue on the 2 and the 10, I think it would contrast much better.
Especially with the black. It makes it a little bit.
Yeah, it would make it more visible, I think. Aramith, if you're out there, hey, call me up. I've got some ideas for you.
I'm sure they're waiting to hear from you.
Oh, sure, yeah, they've been knocking down my door trying to get my attention, I believe. Oh, I hear some announcements going. Can you hear them? Normally the announcements are so loud that they just bleed in. Oh, sounds like they're ready to go. All right, the person who won the lag, who's going to be breaking, should be approaching the table. So, the 36th Annual Japan Open Finals is about to start. Men's and women's. Get ready for the break. And, ready? Go. I'm sure you all can hear the music from the hall. Okay, so we have the opening break for the final. We have Dennis Orcollo from the Philippines playing against IIMA Tomoya of Japan. IIMA is last year's winner.
He is the reigning champion.
Yes, the reigning champion, the winner of the 2022
Japan
the
Open
35th Annual Japan Open.
Over Kenichi Uchigaki.
Yes, over Kenichi Uchigaki, a good friend of ours. The 34th Annual Japan Open champion was nobody. And as well as the 33rd. The 2020 and 2021, there was no Japan Open, likely due to COVID. And
Still
et cetera.
call it the 36th.
Yes, but this is still the 36th because those years count, even though there was not an event. 2 in the corner. Roll up.
Camera too.
Oh, do we have a gimbal camera out there? Okay. Where are we at? Oh,
Okay,
3
we
ball.
got the 3 ball up here.
Oh,
We have
and the 4 ball is right next to it.
4 down.
So he's going to Well, do you go to the end rail and then just play the 4-6 combo, or do you just go to?
Might go 2 rails. Nope, he likes the side. Oh, maybe not.
No, he
was trying
came
to
up
come
a little short. He's trying to get up on the 4 in the corner, but he came up just a little short. So he wants to target the cue ball to hit the rail just above the 6, about half diamond to a diamond away from the side
Below
pocket.
The side pocket. Right about like that.
Get going, get across
Oh.
there, get across.
He has to
Okay.
get on the 5 ball.
To get on the 5. All right, so he's okay. I think he can reach it, even though this is more of a right-hander shot. I don't think he has to worry about. What was he looking at? The 8. Okay, spin it with inside to come out for the 6. Into the side. Ooh, come on, camera guy. Ooh.
6 is a little bit. It's in there, isn't it?
It is pretty in there. I don't think he can go to the. He might be able to cheat the pocket and pop the rail and come out for the 7, but it'd probably be safer to draw back.
May choose just to draw back.
Yeah, I would just go ahead and draw this back.
That was well done. Doesn't have to
Okay.
do anything special with the 7. Just
No, but you want
do
a
want
good
a good
angle
angle.
on the 8.
a good angle again.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
you want a good angle.
What
on
kind
the
of
8. Not
angle is a good
banger.
angle?
A bad angle would be straight on.
Oh.
So you want an angle to be able to come 3 rails out.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
He could still do it. I mean, you could go rail first. This ball is pretty close to the pocket if we ever get a decent overhead shot or something of it. So, see, it's pretty close to the pocket. You could even go rail first on this. I wouldn't force the 2 rail ever going straight into it.
But he
Yeah,
did.
But he
and
tried.
That's what might
Yeah.
happen.
That's an unfortunate roll. He did all because he did not get the correct angle on the A ball. Actually, I think his angle was fine. He could have gone.
Probably would have gone right.
He could have gone rail first, or instead of shooting it that way, if he just spun it with inside to come around, he would have ended up short side on the 9 ball. But still, that would have been a lot better than this.
Well, unless you just cut it in like that.
Let's get a good bounce off that end rail. Okay. This is a gut shot. This is to test how much guts you really have.
Is it that long bridge again?
Yep. Good shot.
Pretty
nice.
gutsy.
Yep. Nice and confident. No hesitation.
Good start.
And so we have a start with IIMA Tomoya drawing first blood, and we have a 1-0 match. Just trying to get that rack lined up. Looks like it's starting to lift up a little bit.
He was having trouble with it earlier.
He's not liking it. I guess it's not sitting straight either. Pool equipment really has come a long way. You know, at one time it was the tables, and next it was all the cues, and then it was the different kind of tips that you could put on. Everybody had their favorite tips. Remember the triangle tips and all those? Remember Elk Masters?
Of course.
Oh my gosh. And of course when the triangles came out, everybody thought those were the nuts. And then Mori came out, the layered tips came out. And then we started getting into shaft technologies. We started getting a lot of the spliced shafts, like the Predators and the OBs. And then we got into basically the graphite shafts that they've got these days. A lot of people playing with those, or even using them just for breaks.
Break and jump cues,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. Let's not forget the jump cues. Those were a bit of a touchy subject at one point. Jump cues on the Pro Tour, they were banned at one point.
Yeah, a lot
They
of
were-
questions about them.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to use a cue that you weren't actually playing with.
And there
and
are
then-
still a lot of questions about what kind of tips you can use for jumps. Or
Yes, yeah, and then there was at the time when there was all the experimentation with tips, the question of whether or not artificial materials would be okay. They settled on at one point. They said leather only. I do remember
composites.
I remember field testing some alternate material tips for some companies. Some of them played pretty well. Others didn't quite fare so well.
What's he gonna do here? He's got
Okay.
a little bit of a cut on the 3, and then are we going to the 5 next?
The four is down there by the spot. So spin inside, 3 rails around. I don't.
Oh, that was the 4. Not this.
Yep. And the 4 does go by. So shoot the 4, high right, go to the end rail, side rail, come out. Shoot the 6 by the 9 into the corner pocket. One, 2. Okay.
Almost rattled, but he got there.
Yeah, he's got
Maybe a little too much there.
I think he got too much shape.
You didn't think that was possible, but now you've seen it.
Now you know. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. So, what to do here? Cut the 6. Do you just cinch it
he may
and go
try
to the
and hold
side
it.
rail and hold it for the 7 in the
If
corner?
he's feeling the speed on these tables.
Or do you go ahead and take the extra rail? Do you go ahead and spin it with side to go down low? Or do you just stick with straight follow and take the extra rail? Oh,
He did try and go around.
he did try to go around with the extra spin, but it did not pay off. Okay, so Dennis Orcollo.
Going to the table for the first time.
Yep. Not what I would call a slow player. Not what I would call a player with insecurities.
Or an abundance
He's-
of caution.
Or abundance of caution, yes. He is a very much an offensive player. He's very confident in potting the balls and just getting out. And ooh.
Is he gonna get
And I think he did get a roll. The way the balls were sitting, you really didn't have to do a whole lot because the 8 sitting by the side pocket, being the next ball, meant that you could focus on just potting that 7th ball. So here we've got a jump shot. Yep, there was a time when these cues were only for non-pro events. Is there right now a regulation as to tip material? Because
In this event, I don't think that there is.
yeah. What about on other events, like in U.S. and Europe and whatnot? How about for braking? Because I know on one of my brake cues, my favorite brake cue, I use a non-leather material. I don't know if that's allowed.
No.
Okay.
1-to-1.
1-to-1. Do not leave Dennis, sorry, Mr. Orcollo, an open table, because he will take advantage. Are we going to redraw the dots for setting the rack? See, I usually use my cue to line it up with the diamond to the spot on there to get the straight line. That looks a little lopsided. I think the back end needs to
Oh, it's
come this way a
pointed.
little bit,
Oh, well.
because the back should be pointed right at this diamond right here. Okay, so they've marked the spot for the back of the rack. Assuming they had the front of the rack in the right place, we should be good to go. He doesn't.
He's looking at it like, really?
He's like, he's not sure. But he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. We're all going to play on the same table with the same racks, with the same positions. So here we go. Now to make sure everything sits up tight. Okay. So we're playing 10 ball, race to 8. It is winner break, self rack. Random placement of the object balls. And here we go.
Cue ball.
Ooh, good kiss off the 8. Okay. For those of you who are just tuning in, you may be wondering, how do you get a random rack? Well, the way they're doing it here is whenever the balls go into the table, they come back into the feed at the
Ball
end.
return.
The ball return. So when you bring out the balls, you just bring them out as they lay and lay them against the end rail in a line. And when you rack the balls, first you rack the one ball, then you pick up the end balls that are laid up against the rail, and those go next. And
The 10 ball obviously goes
10
in the
ball
middle.
goes in the
The
middle.
others go
Yep.
from.
And then once you
outside.
rack those, then you grab the outside balls, you put those into the rack, and so forth and so on, until you get all the balls into the
A little
rack.
bit closer to this.
And that tries to ensure a random rack, because players at this level, if they're free to put the balls wherever they want, they've practiced breaking and controlling the balls to where they could get a favorable outcome. And that just wouldn't be fair in a self-rack winner break
Winner break.
format. Okay, so he successfully potted the 1. He got a little bit close to the 2 ball. I think he can cut it
He's got a
in.
good
Is he going to spin 3 around?
2. Oh, you were
Oh,
right.
he took 2. Okay, he did take 3 around.
And got great shape on
Okay.
the 3.
Does it go by the 10?
Mm-hmm. I think.
It looks like it.
He looks like it.
The question is, how am I getting on the 4? He says. Okay, I could draw back to the rail and come out and shoot the 4. Yeah, about there, I think. Okay, sure, let's try that.
Out of reach.
Yeah, that's one thing that's important about pool is you need to make a decision on what it is that you're doing, and then just try to execute that decision. Apparently, we weren't reading his cue gesturing accurately, because it looked like he was looking at pointing at
Staying down low.
yeah,
below that 9.
staying drawing off the 3 and staying off the side rail to have a shot. But
You
then he
want the
did,
outside
I
angle.
don't know if he changed his mind in the middle of that or what, but.
It's a good angle on the
Okay,
5 in the
so
side.
5 in the side, just drift
Drift.
forward off the side rail and out, and back up there. 6 ball,
Take that second rail. Okay.
and choices. You can just draw and stun down towards the middle of the table, or you could go forward.
he's doing.
Yeah, you could have gone forward off the rail. I like his shot there, nice and controlled. Here you just go to the side rail and out just a little bit. Come on out and shoot the 9 in the corner pocket. Shoot low, a bit of draw. You can draw to the side rail and back out if you wanted to, or you could just stun across to the 10 in the corner, and we have a 2-1 match. Dennis Orcollo, very much an offensive player, so we don't expect to see a whole lot of games taking a lot of time.
Unless we get into a safety battle.
Well, even with a safety battle, I don't think we'll see them taking a whole lot of time. A race to 8 really is not a lot.
It's pretty short.
It is pretty short for a major tournament, even in 10 ball. But this is single elim.
Yes.
This
Down
is
to the
not
finals.
this is not a double elimination tournament. This is a single elim.
Single limb for the final 128. It started on Saturday with over 200 players. I don't have the exact
Okay.
number. And playing at what did we say, 7 or 8 different venues?
You're going to play the 3
Across-
here? I think I play the 3 here.
The bank?
Yeah, play the bank to the 3. I mean, it's
Even
pretty
if,
big.
even if the 1 goes as well, then
Yeah, well, the 2 is sitting out, so you have options. You could play the 2 depending on where you are, or play safe off the 2. But the 3 ball sitting
you
in the
called it.
pocket there, yeah, I think you did too. With the 3 ball sitting not too deep in the pocket, he's got a little bit of a leeway. He could hit the rail first with the 1 ball a little bit and
still make the 3.
Or he could bank short and hit the other side of the 3 and just clip it and jiggle it in. It's a pretty high percentage for a bank shot. It's a fairly high percentage. Oh, so there we
but
were
if
talking
you hit
about
it that short,
we were talking about hitting the rail first and still being able to make it. You still got to get a little bit closer than that. So IIMA-san here will play the 1-3 combo. The danger here is the 1 ball following the 3 ball in, unless you're already going around the table with the cue ball. But to do that, you've got to put speed on it
just tap it in.
yeah. Well, that and it actually cut the 3 ball in and bounced up off the rail. See where it's sitting? Yeah. So he made sure to hold the 1 ball by not playing it directly into the 3. A lot of players make the mistake of, oh, it's a simple combination, I'll just shoot it in. And then
it rolls in.
And then it rolls in. Yeah, and then it rolls in.
Subject rolls in.
And you're out of position. You need to control what you're doing. If you're going to play shape on the ball you're using for the combination, or if you're going to go for the next one. So here, the 2 doesn't go by the 7, does it? Is he gonna draw 2 around? No. Okay. Drift down. And the 5 ball is down there, so shoot the 2 in. You don't really want to hit that 7. So you can't take a hard.
Comfortable going 2 rails around this? Let's see.
Yeah, I think you would. You don't want to put too much speed because you might draw
You
it.
would hit the 7.
Yeah, you would hit the 7. But if you hit it too soft, well, if it was Dennis, I know what he'd do. Follow with inside. So he's gonna put a little left on this. It's a little bit of a touchy shot because you have to get by that 7 either way, whether you're going with inside or with outside. So he's going to try to hit the rail around the right middle of the. There we go. Slow down. And a good shot on the 5.
On the short side.
And he's got the right angle to just drift over for the 7 in the same corner pocket. Or draw out for the other corner pocket. Now for the 8. Does it go in the side?
He's
I think
looking at
he
it like
looked
it
at
does.
it, and I think he's okay
He's
with
probably
it.
pretty comfortable with that.
Yeah. So I don't know what the kind of angle he has, but it looks like he's drawing. No, he's taking just a natural angle. A little bit of a draw, shoot the 10 in the side, and we've got a 3-2 match. 2-2?
2-2.
Oh. 2-2. Have they not updated my live results? Is your live results updated? They have the scoreboard and the shot clock where the camera is, so we can't see either one of them in the shot here.
Okay, it's 2-2.
Oh, they just updated. Okay, good.
See, on the other side of the room, the women's finals is also taking place at the same time with Chie Aoki and Akimi Kajitani. Kajitani, currently 2-1.
She's been playing a long time, hasn't she?
She's been around for a while.
Okay, he did not hit that break very well. He put a little bit too much follow on that break. He was lucky that a ball interrupted it and kept it from going forward. So there's something else on the line here aside from just the championship. So far, for the life of this tournament, there have been 14 Japanese champions for the Japan Open. At the same time, there have also been 14 Filipino players who have been champion of this tournament. So this is basically the tiebreaker. Who's gonna be the owner of this tournament? Is it gonna be Philippines or Japan? We'll find out soon.
Okay, he had a good shot on that one ball. Let's see, has he hooked? He managed to hook himself on the 3. No, he was looking at going rail first, but looks like he's going to kick off the bottom rail. They do have a 50-second shot clock. He's kicking off the side rail. He needs to be sure to either hit it full and firm enough to stop and play the safe. Beautiful.
You want to write our addresses on here while I do the rest? Okay, so I'm back for a moment. So as I said earlier, there have been 14 Japan champions of the Japan Open and 14 Filipino champions of the Japan Open. So this match is the tiebreaker to see who is the true owner of this tournament. Orcollo got a lucky leave here. And I don't know if IIMA-san can see this enough of this through. He probably has enough to play a safe. The question is how? Do we bank that 3-0 ball out towards the end rail and go forward with the cue ball? I think that's what he's going to do. Oh, he did not go forward. He went for the bank. Good shot. Outstanding shot. Okay, so he's got enough on the 4 ball to play it in the side. Where's the 5 ball? Is that over? Is that the 5 ball? That's the 5 ball, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So playing the 4 ball, I can't see the angle from here. Okay, 4 ball to the side. I think he's going to draw to the side rail. He's standing up higher to see the shot because it's so close to the ball. Here we go. Good shot. Now we've got a natural angle coming out to the 6 ball. Play the 5 with some high right to take it 2 rails around. He wants to come around towards the second diamond there. Your phone number on this one, my phone number on that. 1, 2, and come out. Getting an extra rail is not a problem. He just doesn't want to sit on the rail. Okay, he's okay. So now just punch this out a little bit of low. Just draw it. Or slow roll it and punch it. I don't like that one. I don't play that one that way because you run the risk of getting behind that 8 ball. And getting a bit straight. If you shoot that with a little bit of draw and come out to the other side of the 8, then you maintain visibility to the 7 ball, and you also hold to make sure you have an angle to move around. Okay, he's going to draw back a little bit for the 8 in the side pocket with an angle to go down towards the 10. Okay. 8 in the side. It does have a blue stripe on it, doesn't it?
It appears
I told
to.
you. I told you. It looks like it has a blue stripe on
It's
it.
not. It's not.
Although it doesn't really. Okay, 10 in the corner. We just saw another player earlier miss the shot for the match, which was unfortunate. I was rooting for him too. I was hoping he was going to be the one in the finals. Okay. Now we are at 3-2 IIMA Tomoya over Orcollo Dennis.
That just sounds weird.
It just, does that sound weird? Well, you know, in Japan, the family name comes first. Of course, in the Philippines, it doesn't work out that way. Oh, he's.
Where is that cue ball going?
I don't
It's
like the
gone.
way he's hitting that break. He's on that break. You can see that when he's set up with a downward angle. He's hitting down on the ball. But then when he follows through, he's dropping the back end of his cue. When he's on, it works out okay because he drops the butt and hits more
And he's
towards
level.
the center. But he's been dropping the back end quite a
Maybe a little
bit
too much.
on this match, and he's ending up shooting above center on that cue, too much above center on that cue ball, and getting a lot of follow on it.
Doing a 7 angle here. Yes.
Which also means that you're losing
was-
a lot of energy on that ball to the break. So you might as well break softer and more accurately and get more power going into the rack than with more power and inaccurately and not getting as much power into the rack.
Okay.
It's all about control.
He's called the bank across
Yeah,
to the opposite side.
I'm a little bit shocked that Dennis missed that shot.
I am
He
too.
shot it a
might have
little
rushed it
quick.
a little bit.
I think he did rush it a little bit. He's just wanting to get out. Nope.
Tap it.
I don't know. He's going to be
Oh,
right
he's
on
not
there,
gonna
isn't
like
he?
that.
Well, he has options.
We're
He's
saying
got
about not seeing a
options.
safety down.
Well, we can see a safety here. I mean, shoot the 5 thin to the end, to the side rail. Leave the cue ball on the end rail. Get the 8 ball between the cue ball and the 5 is one way. Another way is to shoot the 5 ball thin on the other side and basically bank it off the center of the end rail into the 8 and the cue ball 2 rails down table.
Looks like he's thinking about going down table.
I don't know, does it go past those balls?
No.
No, it doesn't.
No.
I think he called for an extension. Yeah, I don't, whoa.
It doesn't look like it banks direct either.
Does it go? It doesn't look like it goes. Yeah. So you have your choices of those two safeties. Excuse me. Looks like he's going for the option 2. Oh, see, you wanted to hit that. You wanted to
look
hit.
at the speed on the
Okay,
4
good.
on the 5 though.
Yep.
Not the
I thought he might have hit it a little bit too thick. But
pretty
he
good.
got a pretty good leave out of it.
Gonna
Okay,
go
so
2
we're looking at
rails.
2 rails. I think he's going to call the 6 ball in the corner. If he's playing the 2 rail kick on this, he's going to call the 6 in the corner, playing off of that 5 and basically carrying for the 6 ball.
He's going below the side pocket. No? Above. Okay.
Okay.
Above and short.
Oh, but he did not get to it.
Shortened it a little too much.
Yep. So either he was shooting with too deep into the rail, too far down, in other words, or he spun it too much off that side rail and got too much angle coming out. I'm a little bit ambivalent about that particular shot. He's okay, but
You could have used a little more angle.
yeah, you could stay closer and have a little bit more angle, and it'd be easier to go to the rail and come out for that 8-ball. Not that this was particularly tough, but still, don't make it any tougher than it has to be. So I think he might be looking at the 9 in the side.
Drift down and shoot the 9 on
Yeah,
the side.
shoot with follow.
If you go a little too far, then you can go to the corner.
Yeah, you could shoot with follow and shoot in the side, or you can draw it up, shoot it corner, follow to the side. It's just as good, but now you have to be careful of your angle. You're kind of going into the 10 ball with the cue ball here when you shoot the 9. So you either shoot it with a little bit speed and draw to stun down and get below the 10, and shoot the 10 in the corner pocket that's at the bottom right edge of the screen right now, which I think that's what he's doing. There we go. And this is a pretty standard shot. Center ball, maybe a little low, go to the rail with the cue ball. Whoa.
And a little bit more rail.
He's not,
He's banking him in.
yeah, he's not shooting them very clean.
Okay, looks like Dennis Orcollo is going to take his time out.
Okay, so we've got a timeout happening. I don't know if I want to give him more time to warm up. If he gets dialed in, that's going to be something else. See, now that's a clean shot.
He can do it.
Yep. I wonder. Close this. Social. Here we go. I'm going to check the stream and see where we're at on it. Oh, commercial. I'm thinking this is the right stream. If this is the right stream, we are talking over the commercial.
All right.
All
Good to
right.
know.
Oh, Universal. That's the shaft that the other guy was looking at out there.
McMahon.
Was that McMahon?
Mm-hmm. Sean Mark Malayan. Sean Mark was one of the Philippine contingent that made it into the round of 16.
I'm sorry, but the hyperbole on Q advertisements is gotten pretty big. Okay, are we back? Looks like we're back. He's acting like it, but I don't know. Is this a practice break? Because he's being awfully deliberate. Okay.
Must be
All right. So we have a dry break.
the one ball hanging in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I'd call that hanging. That's pretty deep in
That's
the
deep.
pocket. That's difficult to get to. Now here's the tricky part. You actually shoot the cue ball at the point of that pocket because that one ball is so deep. And what happens is that cue ball will actually end up grabbing that point. Okay, he went rail first.
I think he may have had to.
Yeah,
And he's got
he's going to be hooked behind that.
the floor.
That's a bit of a bad roll. But he did shoot that pretty quick without really thinking a whole lot about it. But then again, that's
Going rail
his
first.
style.
Yes, and going rail
That is
first.
his
It's hard to
style.
control your speed. Now he's going
Out
for his
comes the jump cue. He did call the pocket. Oh, unfortunate. It was a great
Good
shot.
aim, but the spin caught up with it.
Well, yeah, he ended up hitting it a little bit above center on the jump shot. So he ended up with a little bit of follow on there, is what it looked like.
Second
I
bounce.
don't, yeah. So yes, it's possible to shoot with follow with a jump shot. when we talk about cueing above center, we're talking about the very inside middle of the ball. So if you're angled downwards on the ball, and your tip is actually pointing above the center, the absolute inside middle of that ball, you're actually shooting with follow, even though you're shooting down. So with a jump shot, you could jump and follow, jump and draw, jump and stop. There's a lot of things that you can do. There are a lot of players that use that to do all kinds of cool tricks. Jumping over, shooting a jump shot on a ball that's not hidden in order to jump over other balls that are in the way to get shape. Does that make sense?
Only a little.
So let's say you're shooting a shot and you want to go to the right to get shape on a ball that's down table, but there's a ball in the way there. And you can actually shoot a jump shot so it jumps off of your object ball and jumps over the obstructing ball to go down and get shape or something like that. There are lots of cool things.
Yeah,
I used to love playing around with jump shots. This is pretty much a roadmap. And did he get there?
Yeah, I think he's got an angle to come off the side rail.
Yep.
Now,
Shooting with high left, go off the side rail, come out towards the center, shoot the. Hey, stop! You don't want to scratch. Okay. And shoot the 10 into the side. Stop here. Hold your rock. And bob your rock.
At 4-2. Okay.
Oh my goodness! Is that where we're at? 4-2.
We are.
And we are at 5-2. This is not looking good. IIMA Tomoya is the reigning champion. He's last year's champion. So he is looking for a two-peat. Would that just be a repeat? No, it's a two-peat.
It could be a two-peat.
Two-peat, three-peat, four-peat. Doubles. Oh, he's a 14-1 player too. I did not realize that. I just saw that on his patch. Very cool. 14-1, not a highly popular game in Japan. Japan tends to stick to a lot of rotation games. There are some players that like to play a lot of other games like One Pocket. 14-1.
Two bits of luck there. The cue ball staying away from the side pocket, and that one ball
cue ball
getting kicked
and both balls getting
ending
kicked
up
out.
towards the corner of the pocket. That one ball has been ending up near that corner, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Okay, so you're going to shoot this with follow and go up off the end rail and back down. You don't want to hit the 3.
You'd like to leave the 3 where it is.
Which is why you went with medium speed there. If you put any more speed on that, then the cue ball slides out farther and end up hitting the 3 ball. Being able to use the speed to your advantage to control how the cue ball moves around, not just how far it goes, but how it moves, is very important. 2 ball, shooting with follow, come off the end rail and back up table.
Just about halfway.
Yep. Just to get a shot on that 3. Now the 4 ball is over here by the corner pocket. Yeah, so I don't know what his angle is here. Can he draw 1 rail and come out, or does he need to go forward?
He may have to go 2 rails around. Oh, straight up, okay.
Okay, forward 1 rail. Now the 5 ball on the side. Yeah, the 5 ball on the side.
This could be a little touchy.
Yeah, it could be a little bit touchy. He needs to shoot the 4 ball, but not with too much. Well, he could take the extra rail. There's always taking the extra rail to shoot the 5 on the side. But he wants to go to the side rail and come out. He might even opt to cinch it and play the 5 down in the corner.
I think that's what he's just looking at. And make it a little bit easier to stay on that 6 ball.
You would have to shoot
he did
that.
take the extra
Yeah,
rail
he took
and
the
got
extra rail.
good speed.
He took the extra rail.
Okay,
Good.
he has a little bit of an angle to go into the rail here and come out for the 6, so he's staying above.
Yeah, he is cutting a little bit to the right, so
9.
he can go forward into the side rail to the left of that side pocket and come out a little bit to shoot the 6. Or is he just going to stop it? No, he did go to the side rail.
Spun.
Good shot.
This is the angle I was curious.
Okay, so can't tell from here, but it looks like he might be able to just roll and shoot the 6 and bump the 10 and shoot the 9, or is he going to draw in between them? He's going to draw in between them. Okay, good.
Yeah, a little more angle than it looked. 9 in the side.
9 in the
stun.
side.
Stun or draw.
Draw off to the side rail, depending on how much angle he has. I can't really tell from here.
I don't think he needs to go all the way to the side.
Nope, he did not. He had
Wow.
for the ball. And okay, it's coming down to crunch
He's
time.
looking
This
pretty
is going
smooth,
to be 6
too.
to 2
It's 2 in favor of.
in favor of IIMA Tomoya, last year's champion. Okay, so he's got double the score. He's scoring 2-1 against Orcollo at this point. Orcollo really needs to bear down the next chance he has at the table and make sure to make it count. Of course, that's a fairly obvious observation, but pretty much every
Seems it.
observation is going to be pretty obvious. It's like saying, the guy who wins the last game wins the match. Or the guy who makes the game ball wins. If you run out, you win the game.
Do you see the past history of the winners?
You want to see the past winners?
When was the last time that we had a champion defend their title?
The last time a champion defended their title.
Has it happened before? Oh, again,
I
that cue
think-
ball heading towards the side pocket, but getting bumped down towards.
I think it
And
has.
again, we have the one ball up at the top.
In fact, in 94-95, Ken Okumura won both of those years, so obviously he defended the title
Okay.
there.
Okay, and then again in 99.
He's won quite a few. He was actually the original winner in 1988 at the first event, the inaugural winner. I don't see any repeat winners,
No?
so he would be the
3
first.
years apart.
Yeah, so IIMA-san would be the first repeat winner of this event outside of Okumura-san. But I don't know that anyone has made the, because this doesn't show the runners-up, so I don't
Has
know.
made the finals.
Right, so
2 years.
it's possible that someone has made the finals multiple times in a row. Oh,
It was a nice rail
he
first
made
shot.
that shot. But still, what are you going to do with the 3 ball?
I
Can
don't
you get
like
down there and shoot it in the side? He's looking at it. So does he have enough angle to draw off and widen the angle off the side rail there, or is he going to have to go around the 3 with a little bit of
Looks like
2
he
rail
was going
action?
for the second rail. He's pointing at that second diamond on the top left.
Yep, there he goes. I don't. Does it go on the other side?
Interesting. Nope, I don't think so.
I think it goes in the side pocket on the right side of the screen. Yeah. I think that's what he's going to do. And then basically draw into the side rail to hold for the 4 ball. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so draw into the side rail to hold for the 4 ball.
That's a great shot.
Awesome. And 5 ball can go to either pocket. Dealer's choice.
I would prefer shoot from where he's looking right now, just because you don't
Okay.
want to get tied up behind that 7.
So then you're going to shoot with high left,
And probably come
and
off that second
enough
rail.
left to widen it off the end rail to come towards that first diamond by the side pocket, right
Right there.
there. And this one, yeah,
Looks like he has a choice again.
He has a choice.
He could go 2 rails.
You could go 2 rails to stay in the big end of the zone, or you can just do straight follow and go straight
follow
up
a little inside and
yeah,
stay.
straight up to the end rail and back out. It's your kind of choice.
Or draw.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to risk doing that.
He does not.
No, just taking the natural.
Take it easy.
Take the natural. Okay. What did I do with my life score?
6-2.
6-2.
Ooh,
Okay.
touchy.
Nice dribble shot. Shoot the 8 into the corner. Don't baby it. Go ahead and go to the rail. Pop out. Shoot the 10 in the other corner. There you go. And the last ball for this rack. And are we going to have a player?
IIMA is on
On the
the
hill.
hill.
Orcollo is not having much of a chance to come to the table to do something. When he did have a chance, it seemed like he rushed it a little bit.
He was a little fast off the.
Yeah,
Off
well,
the mark on
he's
that
normally
3.
a fast player to begin with, but still, for him, it seemed like he rushed it a little bit. Okay. Go to so we are at 7-2. Now at this level, this is not really insurmountable.
This
I
is
mean,
not over. Yeah.
it would be difficult. You'd have to get a good roll to get back to the table. But Orcollo still has a chance. Notice it's just a chance, but sometimes that's all you need. Depends
He
on what
drops
happens
on
on
the
his break.
break here.
Let's see if he dropped. He did.
That cue ball just keeps going towards the side.
Yep. No, he's not
The
going
one
to get
ball
a.
did not get as
He did
good
not. He did not get
position.
any good leave on the one ball. He did pocket a ball, and now he's jacked up over the 2 ball, which makes thinning the 1
a little trickier.
A little trickier for safety.
It's the right side. He looks like he's close enough.
Yeah, so he's going to contact the 1 ball on the left-hand side.
Mhm.
But the question is, how far do you want the 1 ball to travel? How far do you want the cue ball to travel? Do you
This
want,
is tough.
if you can get it thin enough, you can get the cue ball down table.
Right.
Then again, is
But
there a
getting
ball?
below-
Is there a ball blocking the
Yeah.
pockets over here? You might just play the.
Oh, it kicked off the
Okay.
1. Okay.
Okay, so
Let's think about it.
Orcollo has his chance. Now he needs to just compose himself and just do what he knows that he can do, which is run out. These balls are actually fairly well open. There's nothing really tied up. He just needs to make sure to make that 1 and get into good position for the 2 ball.
Or position.
That's good enough.
That's position.
So 2 in the corner, shooting with draw. Let the cue ball go to the left and come up a little bit.
A little. You don't want to be straight here.
You don't want to be straight. I
Just
would have
got a
preferred to
little
have hit the
inside
rail more, closer to that first diamond without the side spin, so that it didn't climb up too high.
It's going to draw out of everything.
Yep.
All right. Speaking
Oh, he kind of he let it. He was a little tentative on that one. That's okay. Cut it in. Keep the cue ball on the table. Go to the rail below the side pocket. There you go.
that was good speed.
That was good speed. So here you've got a choice. You can go 2 rails with a little bit low, or you can go around the table. He's going.
1 rail.
He's going towards that second rail. That's good. Good shot. This is good. This is a good out. So shoot the 9 in, come across table, shoot the 10 into the same corner pocket, bounce off ball.
Come off.
10 ball into the same corner pocket.
Without any hesitation.
And we have a man who's trying to make a comeback. 7-3. 7-3. So, what do you think? You think he can make it back?
I'd like to see it.
Well, if he plays like he did in the semifinal match, and just steamrolled like he steamrolled through those racks,
He looked very comfortable. His speed control was
nothing
good.
short of magnificent. Okay, well, he's not feeling too much pressure. Orcollo, a veteran of this game, has been in this position many times before. Coming from behind, leading, just tied up. He's seen it all. Good break, good control. Leave that one ball alone. Okay.
Either way, too.
This is a little tricky because of that side pocket. So shoot the 1 into the corner, follow forward, go into the rail and back out for the 2. The 3 ball is sitting by the side pocket. That's not a big
Just
deal.
needs to come up just a little bit.
Oh, he is not wasting any time. He's just getting over there. Okay, he's gonna have to trick this in a little bit with some. Oh, he didn't do his. Oh,
He used
because that's the
inside.
4 ball. I keep
Yes,
thinking.
the 4.
I looked at the 5 and thought that was the 4. Okay, so he didn't have to do anything.
Somebody wants to come off just a little off the bottom rail enough to have.
That ball is pretty deep in there, so
a diamond
just
or
cut
so.
it in, let it come off the rail.
Come on.
Good. And he's going to go
Can't
2
go
rails.
forward.
Yep. 2. Shoot the 6. Don't bump into the 10 and end up down table.
Or if you're going to bump into it
Yeah.
with purpose.
Yep.
Nice.
So shoot it with some right to come. Ooh. Okay, he decided to go inside.
Or left and spin it.
Yep. I guess it's sitting higher on that table. I thought it was on level with the side pocket, but I guess
It
not.
looked like.
Okay. Just basically stun your ball. And just like I'm not gonna say it. There just like that. We have a 7-4 match, and now it's come back into reasonable territory. So this is the danger with Dennis Orcollo. You get him up on that table and breaking well,
And he may be able to put together a few
and
racks.
he may be able to. He is eminently capable of putting racks together.
Still looking at the angle of that rack.
Yep. But he's been getting good results off the break. He's been controlling the cue ball well in this match so far. The couple of times that he's broken. And getting good results. The only mistake he had was when he came to the table and just rushed through that. Was it a 2 ball or something?
Also, it's an open bridge.
Okay. This might be a dry break.
Looks like it.
But
we
we have
the 5 and 8 ball
yeah,
tied up.
we have a lot of balls.
The 10 ball near the 6, near the side pocket.
Yeah, even if you can, if you can get down table and have an angle to cut the 4 to the right, like for example, if your cue ball was on the spot, you could cut the 4, bump into the 8, free it up off of the 5, clear out the 5. It would also open up the 7 ball. That's a big if, though.
Oh, sure, that sounds easy.
Well, in theory, that's a doable thing. If you were looking to play a run out with a breakout, that's one of the ways that you would do it. Because I don't think it goes past that 8 into the corner. I think it's pretty much tied up on there.
They're not frozen, I don't think.
But before you can get there, you have to get past this 1 too. So, how do you get to the 2? Shoot the 1?
He'd be bumping
back
into the
and-
2.
back and
there.
forth?
I can't tell.
I don't know.
How
if
much angle
Well,
does
if
he-
he's bumping into the 2, that's fine too, because it moves it off the rail and kicks it out.
Speed.
Ooh, okay.
Now.
Now, what?
This is where we talk about the Japanese player's propensity to cut shots down the rail.
Yeah, you've had experience with that. They do like to do that more than play safe.
Having said that,
Oh, okay, it's still tied up.
it is. Maybe even more so
Maybe,
now.
yeah, maybe a little worse tied up. Okay, Orcollo, back to the table, back with an opportunity. Yeah, I think he can see it. See enough
to
of
make it.
I don't know if he can see enough to make it, but would you even want to? I don't know. Is there a way to play safe?
Is
maybe
there a good save here going?
a great safe.
Ooh, great save if he can snug up on the 3.
Well, no. Well, if he can shoot the 2 ball down and kind of get it to where he can break those other balls out down there with ball in hand, that would be awesome. Or break him out now and get safe. But that's wishing for a lot. That's kind of hoping for a lot. So
Yeah, here we can see the angle a little bit more. We keep trying to go over here.
so maybe if he can see enough the 2, maybe cinch it in and use the 3 to play safe and break out those other balls. No, he's gonna send the 2 down.
There's the rail and
Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, if the 6 and the 10 weren't there, he could use the ball in hand to break out that 5-8. But even with ball in hand, this is not going to be an easy out.
oh, he's gonna jump.
Yeah, he's hooked.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
He's gonna go
talking
rail
about
first or
you're talking about a 3-rail kick.
oh, it's good.
Ooh.
Good thought about it.
This might actually be enough for him to make it.
Although, yeah, it's far enough out for sure.
Yeah. So I think you can see enough to make it. Okay, good.
Come on off that rail.
Okay.
Now what?
Now is where it gets tricky, because now you want to have an angle where you're cutting that 4 to the right there. Cutting that 4 to the right so you can bump into that 8. Maybe with a little bit of draw so you don't just get stuck on the 8. You don't want it to come back out after it bumps the 5 up. But can you get there? Not quite. I don't know. I may just go ahead and play safe. Unless you can make it and play safe off the 5. Because then you would free up the 5. Yeah. So let's see what he does. Does he choose to play the safe now, or is he going to play the safe off the 5? He's going to play the safe off the 5. So you can shoot this into the 10, basically like a
Use
stop
the
shot.
10 ball to
Yep, and let the 5 ball go a little bit to the right, and just stop the cue ball right there on
just
the
have
8.
to-
Don't hit it too hard.
and you're not calling a ball, and it is call pocket, so you
Yes.
don't have to worry about
You
accidentally
don't
making
have
a
to
ball.
worry about accidentally making a ball. Oh, he did it that way. Okay.
Interesting choice.
Yeah,
Fun.
that's not a problem.
Moves fewer balls.
Yeah.
Leaves things messed up over there. He does have a 2 or 3 rail kick.
Yeah, but it still leaves them kind of clustered together. I think I still might have played the 5 off the 10. And
Move the
snugged-
balls.
Yeah, because it kind of opens up that 7 a little bit better. But still, with ball in hand, assuming he gets ball in hand, if he can get ball in hand on the 4 ball, he should be able to work his way around that 10.
I'm assuming nothing
Okay.
at this point. Okay.
All right,
Fine.
big shot. So,
And
is he going to bank it,
he
or is he going to play safe?
Oh, at this point in the game,
At this point in the game, well, where do you play safe? You can send it to the end rail, but you're leaving a long rail bank, and somebody that's up 7 to, what is it, 3?
3.
Or is it 4?
He did bank it.
He did go for the bank.
With
7 to 4.
confidence.
Now I think this is just out off the side rail. Okay, get your
Get over the
get your
the
cue
9 ball.
extension. Get your cue extension.
Don't want to risk fouling a ball
Oh,
at this
he
point.
didn't re-chalk. I'm sorry. I would always re-chalk before getting back down on that shot. Okay. 8 ball. Go to the side rail.
Just barely.
Yep. So you can go straight up and down, or you can spin it and go 2 rails. I think just going straight up and down is fine.
With inside.
Yeah. And
Nice angle.
pop the ball, and we will have a 7 to 5 match.
This is a
And-
race to 8.
Yep.
IIMA is on the hill, but
IIMA is on the hill,
Orcollo
so for the rest of this match, Orcollo will be breaking.
That's true.
So if he can pull this off and string together, what was it, 7-2?
It was 7-2.
7-2, so that's 3 so far. If he can do 3 more and make it a 6 in a row, which he's done before,
Mhm.
he could walk away with this title. Okay. Now it's getting exciting. I hope I don't jinx it by saying that. Be solid. Ooh, is there a gap on that rack? Okay,
Nice
good
cue
cue
ball.
ball. 9 ball went into
Where
the
you
side
going?
pocket.
And he
Don't
has
tie
a
up the
beautiful
10.
shot on
Don't
the
tie up the
1,
10.
10 and the
Okay,
8 are
the 8 and the 10 are a
little
little tied. Which makes
the
it a little
referee's
tricky.
going to have to move that ball.
I don't
out
know
enough.
if they can just spin that rack out of the way
They'll move it.
and then I guess not. Sometimes you can spin the rack out of the way and lift it vertically. Or tilt
I
it.
think it was sitting on the rack.
Yeah.
still.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, oh, no hesitation. He's, you guys
He
get
was
out of my
watching.
way. Get out of my way. I'm gonna shoot. Get out of my way. He is just
Powerful draw.
He's just got a great shot. So is he looking to be able to break that 10-8 up off of the 4? But the 5 is down table over here, so I don't think that would be a good idea. You could break it out off the 6. Shoot the 6. You can bump into that 8 or
From the top. And
yeah,
then sevens there.
you can bump the 10 or the 8 either way, and
could take some pretty-
you'll be on this side for the 7.
Precise position from the 5 to the 6. Then. Without the 7 game.
If he's
being
on
in
the
way.
left side of the table here and shooting to the corner pocket, he might be able to go forward. If he's on this side, on the right side of the 6, he can cut it and go forward into the 8. But the 6
It's a
ball,
high inside shot.
the 6 ball is going to be the key ball here to keep going. So he's going to shoot this 5 ball. Well,
He is looking at that side.
he is looking. He did look at it from the other side, but that, he could have just been checking. that doesn't mean that's his decision, because we've seen him point one way and shoot the other more than once. Okay, I think he might have enough angle to be able to go forward into those balls and break them up a little bit.
Just looking at it.
And he really doesn't have to like smash them open, just enough to nudge them apart. No, I guess not. So he's going to play the
He's going to
7
go under it.
and go under it and shoot the 8 in the corner. I guess it goes. So he's looking at it. Okay, corner or
Anywhere
side?
from
he
here
thinks.
to
Corner
here.
or
From
side?
there, I think.
Corner or side? Corner, he says.
Corner.
Okay. So, high left hand ball. Go to the rail. And come out. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And almost perfect. This is a little bit tricky because you can roll forward and push it forward, or you can draw off and stun to the side. Which is he going to do? So if he stuns off to the side, I don't know if he's got a shortcut
risky.
on the risky. Well, I think stun off to the side is the shot. Oh no, he went for the push. It's a little sharp, but I think he's okay. Okay, all he has to do is make the
Make this
ball.
ball stay on the table.
Outstanding,
Wow.
7-6.
It's getting
7-6.
exciting.
Yeah, well, I thought it was getting exciting when they started the match, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, he came back from 7-2,
That's right. Up to
and now it's
7-6.
7-6.
Means IIMA is feeling the pressure now.
Yeah, well, he's been sitting, so he's getting cold too. Look at him, cool as a cucumber. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go over here and get my cue. Dennis Orcollo. RoboCop. I still don't know where that comes from. Oh, is it a dry break? Dry, but the one ball is on the side rail. Does it have room for a bank, or is it going to play safe? Okay.
Look
So,
where the 10 is.
IIMA-san has his opportunity at the table. What is he going to do with it? He's looking at the bank. It's a bit thin. You'd have to go to the way to the outside of that pocket.
It's safe. Thin
Yeah.
the 1 and send the cue ball 2 rails down towards the 5 and then hide it behind
Or
6 and
even
8.
thicker than that, and bank the one towards the rail between 3-7 and send the cue ball off the side rail down to about the first diamond on the end rail. Over here, over here.
Oh, that
Yeah.
thick. Yeah.
He might do the thin and do 2 rails with
He's thinning and
thin.
focusing on the
Yeah,
cue.
let the
on
cue ball
getting
come
getting the
to
one
the
ball
end
up
rail out by the. Okay, no,
you
no,
just-
no, that's not what he did.
there. Oh, I think there's paint there.
There is paint. There is.
He's not liking where he ended up.
I think there's paint. If there is, there's only enough to play safe. I don't know. I don't think he would risk trying to bank it one rail to the corner.
No future.
Oh, he did
Come
not
on,
want
get
it
that
to
cue
hit
ball
that
over
too
there.
low. Okay.
Hey,
This is a bit of a miss. The table is pretty
Really open.
open. So, shoot the one ball. You can stun out or draw back a little bit for the 2 on the side.
he's come across a little bit. Yeah. No, he's looking at that bottom rail, isn't he?
Is he gonna go
Going
forward
low.
into the rail? Yeah, you can do that. Go forward into the rail and a little bit left. Or right, sorry. Shoot the 2, drift forward to get fairly straight on the 3. Not a whole lot because you want to be able to bounce off the rail. Hold the angle. He might have held it too much. Now is he jacked over the 10? Left-handed, so that okay, no, he's fine. He's okay. Back and forth, 2 cushions, basically center, just half tip high. Come on out. And shoot.
A little bit of an angle there.
Yeah, he's got
Across.
an angle moving the cue ball to the left. He's cutting to the right, so the cue ball will move to the left naturally. So just a little bit of draw to hold the cue ball up on the table, and draw across.
That's about as long as you stay above the 6.
Yep. Draw
Towards
across to
the
get to the 5.
You could even be straight on this ball, but you don't want to be jacked up over the 7.
You do not want to be jacked up over the 7. Okay.
But he's pretty straight. And
He's
shoot
okay.
the
He can
6
just
in the
roll
side.
forward and shoot the 6 in the side.
Wide bridge.
Nice and stable. Okay, 6 into the side. Draw back just a touch. Well, actually, you just want to drift kind of towards the 7 because,
Almost.
yeah, because do you want to have that angle to come back and forth and shoot the 8 ball in the corner?
Apparently he had enough to come.
Well,
Okay. Wow.
does he have enough to get out
7.
and towards the middle to shoot the 8? Or is he going to try to draw straight back? I don't think drawing straight back is the end. Can't tell from this angle. I think. Yep, bouncing out.
And getting jacked up. Oh, not quite.
Nope.
Almost.
Okay. Getting close. 2 more balls. Okay.
He's nodding to himself.
Nodding to himself. He knows what he's going to do. Shoot the 9 into the corner. Follow forward to the side rail and back out for the 10 in the corner.
Side.
Oh, okay.
He did. Oh, that
he's-
10 was further up than I thought.
Well, he just had to stay, just come off the rail a little bit, shoot the 10 in the corner. He came out a little bit far. This is not an easy shot to close out the match. Oh, and he got it. So we have our champion for the 36th annual Japan Open. We have a two-peat. IIMA Tomoya, last year's winner, is this year's champion. He gets to keep the crown for another year. First time we've had a repeat champion in this tournament since,
20 years.
has it been that long? Let's see. Ken Okumura did it in 94-95.
So more than 20. 25.
And that's the last time we had a repeat champion in this tournament. So, at this point, we have Japan leads the Philippines 15-14 in the Japan Open.
So congratulations to IIMA.
Congratulations to IIMA Tomoya
and to
for
Dennis
a
Orcollo for
match well
second.
played, and Dennis Orcollo.
runner-up.
Wow, that I thought for sure he was coming back.
I was hoping.
Yeah, but he had that dry break, and that kind of led to this particular outcome.
Well, that was a very solid out for IIMA.
Yes, it was. So we're going to close out this broadcast.
Thank
Did you have a
again
good time?
for joining us.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed this match.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. The ladies' match is Hill Hill.